Hello everybody, my name is Jenai Morehead with Foundation Consultants, and this week's video is You Don't Have to Fail. And I'm going to give you the top reasons why businesses fail, but I'll tell you how this all started. I was in class and we were doing some financial projections for new businesses with my students, and we were on the profit and loss sheet, and we were making some projections, looking into the future, putting down some figures, figuring out costs of businesses. And at the middle of the lecture, I said to my student, please do not put a negative figure for the bottom line. And my student raised his hand and he says, aren't businesses supposed to fail within the first year? And I just kind of made my own sound effects. Okay, sounded just like that. And I said, hold on now. I said, if you plan to fail, do you have time to be poor for the years that you're planning to fail? I don't. Okay. And so then we started another discussion, a very positive discussion about what planning can help you to do. And so I thought I'd carry that over to my video. And so here we have a video that I'm making, I'm very passionate about, called You Don't Have to Fail. Top reasons why businesses fail. So we were taught that a high rate of all businesses fail in the first year. I did um, uh, teach it at one time, and then one day I began to say, is that really true? Because my job is to get the best information to you and to my students so that you can make the correct business decisions about your business. And so I began to study and found out that it is not true. So many of us have been taught that the rate of business failure within the first year is 50%. And some say that it's 90%. It all depends on what forum you're on, who you're talking to, but that's not true at all. Let's dive into this deeper. So, what is the real rate of business failure? The United States Bureau of Labor Statistics has done research since the 1990s, and the rates have not changed much. So, the failure rate for new startups is 20% in the first 2 years, 45% in the first five, 65% in the first 10, and 25% of businesses succeed and make it to 15 years. So let's put some real figures to that now. So let's stay positive using an example of 100,000 businesses that start actually this year. Okay. If 20% will fail in the first 2 years, that means 80,000 businesses will succeed in the first 2 years. And then it drops down. If 45% will fail in the first five, that means 55,000 of you will succeed. And 65% if they fail in the first 10 years, that means that 45,000 of you will succeed. So we need to look at not the glass half empty, but half full, and have a positive mindset when we are starting our businesses. And of course, the bottom line for the long termers are 25% of businesses succeed and make it to 15 years. So let's talk about some of the top reasons why those businesses fail. Um, I always tell my students that your business or your nonprofit, whichever one you're in, is created to solve a problem, and that you're the answer to someone's question and often the solution to someone's prayer. Another thing is if you're not investigating the market that you are wanting to go into, okay, and often if the market is saturated with the same businesses that you have, then you're going to fail because there's too many of you. This happened with Subway. Subway was saturated, and the company at one time was not watching where the franchise owners were opening, and they were complaining to Subway that, hey, there's a Subway on the next block and I need some room. And so, through a better planning to help franchises become successful, Subway stopped putting them wherever people wanted, and then they started doing better in the market share. And then that gave their um, franchisees a better time to capture the market in their area than actually competing against themselves. So investigate the market that you want, okay? And then if there is the case of two types of the same business in the same area, then you must be able to improve on your idea and make it unique. So if there are two camera shops in the same 2 or 3 block area, then you must find a niche. Perhaps you can do camera repair while if the other one concentrates on technology. Okay, and so there's all types of niches or niches that you can find in the market if you have a business that is sitting almost right on top of you and doing the same thing. Another reason why businesses fail is that the business plan is not thorough enough. Now, in my class, you get the option of writing what we call a lean business plan, or you can write a traditional business plan, which can be very long, or a lean business plan can be 1 or 2 pages. Um, the thing that you need to concentrate on is just have a plan. Your business will fail if you have not thought your business plan out on how you will make money. The question that I ask my students is, what is your business model? Which is another way of saying, how are you going to make money? How are you going to make a profit? So a plan will catch inaccuracies and help you and your team step by step. Here's a big one, not enough financing or money. Now, you don't have to take out a loan to start a business. And many of my students used to come to me and say, well, I'd like to take out a loan. And then my answer would be, can you afford in your present state to pay it back right now if you're not making any money? And the answer is no. And so you need to think about optional ways of financing. You will have to need some money to start your business. Not having enough money is a sure start to failure. So many of the people that I help, they have money from their jobs and they do their business part-time, or family and friends invest in um, their businesses. However you get your money, make sure that you have enough of it. Bad marketing is a huge um, vehicle to failure. Bad marketing can also encompass bad location and bad internet presence. And so they always say location, location, location. And that is so true. So I was traveling once and there was uh, a Cuban restaurant and it was jamming. I mean, people on the internet were saying great things about it. And when I pulled up, um, number one, it was really hard to find. But when I found it, there was no lack of people. There was no seating. It was just carry out, and the food was so good that people were sitting on the sidewalk or sitting in their cars and eating. So they did have a bad location, but they made up with it. They made up with it with a great internet presence, and pretty soon they were the best kept secret in town. And they knew they had a bad location. It was in a business park behind a series of buildings, and so you had to go through the business park, uh, cross a bridge, and turn left into their parking lot, and then look for the building. But once you found it, you could smell the food. It was good. So also with marketing, you need to know your audience, and you need to talk to them through social media. Um, Talk to them through social media ads or your website. You need to understand not to be complacent or rigid in your ways. Complacency is being satisfied where you are. Once you start a business, you should never be satisfied. You should always be aware of your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats because your competitors know them. And also, being rigid is the inability to move, not being open to new ideas. This will cause your business to fail, and your customers will run to your competitor. Here's one that we all wish we had, but it can be a door to a business failure is fast growth. All growth is not good growth. And so businesses who grow too fast miss key research. They don't take time for customer service, and they're always chasing after the newest things. Chasing after the newest things is called the shiny syndrome. So a shiny syndrome leads to never settling down and concentrating on product improvement, or not concentrating on product improvement or innovation. And so never fall for shiny syndrome, and always pace yourself for good growth. And it doesn't not necessarily have to be fast growth. So remember, you don't have to fail. Please plan for success and never give up. You are a winner. My name is Jenai Morehead. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel and sign up for my mailing list. Take care.